Test 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, because
It's coming through.
Yeah, it's just on the delay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Let me just turn this down.
1, 2. Okay.
So Morgan, it'll stay on this slide till you click. I don't think this finger pad works.
Oh, don't worry, I have this.
Okay.
Yeah.
It quit working on this.
Oh.
I don't know why. I forgot to tell Jerry the last time I saw him, and it's turned on.
I can hear us.
Oh, because this mic is.
Uh, Good evening, everyone. I'd like to welcome everyone present and all of the folks who are participating electronically through, I believe, the YouTube channel of the State Bar. I'm Peter Chestnut, and I'm hosting this event, this ceremony, on behalf of the State Bar of New Mexico Senior Lawyers Division, Board of Directors, and its Memorial Scholarship Committee. The names of the board and of the committee are printed in the program, and I commend them to you that this is the major event for the division, and so we're grateful that you're all here. We gather to honor the memory of attorneys who died between November 1 of last year, 2021, and October 31 of this year, 2022. They were colleagues, mentors, family, and friends who contributed their time and energy providing legal services for the benefit of clients and, by extension, our state and society. This event also looks to the future of our legal profession. The Senior Lawyers Division partners with the UNM School of Law in an essay contest for third-year law students. 3 scholarships will be awarded as a way for senior lawyers to support the rising generation of future lawyers. Today's event recognizes the ongoing need of our society for legal professionals, honoring those whose lives ended in the past year, while including the law school dean and third-year law students who were selected to receive scholarships from our Senior Lawyers Division. We welcome all who are here to support them. And now I'd like to ask Charles Gerd, the chair of the Senior Lawyers Division for 2022, to come to the podium and give some welcoming remarks on behalf of the division. Charles?
Thank you, Peter. My name is Charles Gerd, and I'm the current chair of the Senior Lawyers Division of the New Mexico State Bar. And I hope I'm not going to repeat too much of what Peter said. The Senior Lawyers Division includes all attorneys by definition who are either 55 years of age or have been practiced for 25 years or more. They're automatically, once they're identified, and then the board is made up of individuals who have been from that population. In addition, as Peter said, this is our major event in which we really want to thank the family and friends and colleagues who came out to support either in person or virtually, because without the hard work of those attorneys and judges who have gone before us, we wouldn't really know how to proceed further. I think we really need to commend them. And then by selecting 3 people who wrote essays that were first articulated by the Memorial Committee and then approved by the board, we're trying to really recognize them as leaders from those who came before us. So it's really 2-part, those who have died who come before us and those who are going forward. And we have board members that are from in New Mexico, and then there's members of the legal community who live elsewhere who may be licensed in states in addition to New Mexico. In addition to this memorial project, the Senior Lawyers Division was active in a history project that Judge Romero was really active in, and that was trying to interview other attorneys and judges and make those available, because so much has happened when, attorneys and judges have died, and we want to preserve those history, wanted to recognize those individuals who are still alive. And then we also created a podcast in which Peter and Jocelyn were involved in well-being and trying to encourage attorneys and let attorneys know that there may be life outside of the law. And then we also partnered with the Young Lawyers Division, who put on a clinic for veterans that was wide-ranging, and so we tried to encourage the Senior Lawyers Division to help the Young Lawyers Division to provide legal services for veterans. And then there was one that was succession planning, but that really is more akin to lawyers. And I'd really like to thank individually the Memorial Committee of Annette DuBois, Terry Rebo, Peter Chestnut, Jocelyn Torres, Kevin Hammer, Honorable Michael Bustamante, and Virginia Ferrara. Some of them couldn't make it tonight. And I'd like to really shout out to Annette for really staying on top of this, and her energy was amazing. And I'd like to also thank Terry for his work as well. And then I'd also like to thank Morgan Petit, I'm probably mispronouncing her name, and Audie Sanchez and Melissa from the UNM School of Law and the Dean, because without their help, this wouldn't be possible. So again, I want to thank all the family and friends to come out, and I'm so sorry for your loss. I've took care of 3 family members for 15 years, so I think I understand a little bit of the loss, but still, it's a loss, and I hope this memorial celebration can help provide some assistance for you. And so now I'm going to turn over to Peter so that he can call out the names of the individuals, and we'll go from there.
Thank you, Charles. Before beginning this slideshow presentation and reading of names of departed members of our legal profession, I want to reflect on the memorial ceremony part of this event. State Bar of New Mexico member lawyers are individuals licensed by the Supreme Court of New Mexico as attorneys and counselors at law. We recognize that generations of lawyers have practiced law in various ways to help weave the fabric of the society we live in today, and future lawyers will continue to do so. The Senior Lawyers Division hosts this solemn and respectful event each year to recognize and recall the names of our colleagues, mentors, family members, and friends in the legal profession whose lives ended during the past year. Each contributed immeasurably to making the legal system in New Mexico what it is today. Each in their own way supported and received support from families, clients, colleagues, many of whom are here today to join in remembering them. We acknowledge and appreciate the unsung yet vital support family members and colleagues provided to each of the departed lawyers. Now, we will hear the names of each of our colleagues who died during the past year. The State Bar has prepared a slideshow presentation with the names and dates of birth and death for each recently departed lawyer, and including a photograph if provided by the family. The chime will sound following the reading of each name. We invite any family member or colleague who may wish, of a deceased lawyer who may wish to stand or raise a hand when the name of your loved one or friend is called, so that others can recognize you. Please start the slideshow. Benjamin Randolph Allen III. Harder, Charles. Rachel Mary Christine Ambler. Karis N. Begay. The Honorable Lindy D. Bennett. The Honorable William Wilder Bivens. Barbara Brown Simmons. Matthew Cantu Clark. William Hugh Carpenter. Joel McElroy Carson II. Patrick Anthony Casey. Celie Hutchins Cavan. Charles Chuck Kreider Sr. Sean Michael Crowley. Scott Curtis. Philip Bradley Davis. Dennis Michael Drucker. Caroline Duval. Brian D. Escobedo. Randolph Felker. Harvey Bernard Furman. Dwayne Irvin Gardner. Gene Gruber. David C. Henderson. Kenneth Eugene Herrera. H. Jesse Jacobus III. Thomas Nance Jones. David David Hadley Kelsey. Robert Bob Kinney. Richard Dick Kisluck. Durkin Julian Manning. John Franklin Morris. The Honorable Michael E. Martinez. Father Tomas J. Mescal. Anita Miller. Nancy Sharp Nitiasare. Tom Outler. John Theodore Poulter. The Honorable James A. Parker. Thomas L. Popejoy. Max Houston Proctor. Robert Edgar Rambo. Salvador C. Ramirez. James Lyman Rasmussen. Gary D. Reagan. Patrick Joseph Rogers. Alfonso G. Sanchez. Ron Sanchez. Ralph Schuer. Paul Anton Schweitzer. Lynn Schwendeman Sharp. Albert G. Sims III. John George Travers. Roger A. Wagman. Donnie Gale Williams. Kathleen Marie Winslow. Terry Jensen. There's a poem that's up there that I'll read, and then we'll have a moment of silence. Actually, the poem just disappeared, so I won't read that one. But to further honor and respect our departed colleagues, let us share a moment of silence and then a reading of We Remember Them. We remember them. In the rising of the sun and in its going down, we remember them. In the blowing of the wind and in the chill of winter, we remember them. In the opening of buds and in the rebirth of spring, we remember them. In the blueness of the sky and in the warmth of summer, we remember them. In the rustling of leaves and in the bounty of autumn, we remember them. In the beginning of the year and when it ends, we remember them. When we are weary and in need of strength, we remember them. When we are lost and sick at heart, we remember them. When we have joys we yearn to share, we remember them. So as long as we live, they shall live, for they are part of us now as we remember them. This concludes the memorial part of our program. Now we look toward the future of the legal profession in New Mexico. The University of New Mexico School of Law is an institution devoted to providing legal education for New Mexico's future. We are pleased and honored to have with us tonight the Dean of the Law School, Camille Carey. She's been on the faculty for 13 years and last July was elevated to be the Dean. She will share some thoughts with us now. Dean Carey.
Thank you, Peter. Hello, everyone. On behalf of the UNM School of Law, I would like to express our sincere gratitude to the Senior Lawyers Division for continuing to provide these incredibly generous scholarships to our students. These scholarships come at a critical time as our students embark on their final semester and prepare to enter the legal profession. I would like to congratulate our students, Andrew, Barbara, and Emily, on receiving these scholarships. It is an honor to have your essays recognized by the Senior Lawyers Division and to receive this generous financial support. The Senior Lawyers Division represents the very best of our profession. The members of the Senior Lawyers Division take their role as stewards of the profession very seriously. They are generous with their wisdom. They take the time to thoughtfully share their experiences with our students. And we greatly appreciate the opportunities that they provide for students to express themselves and be recognized for their talent in writing. The members of the Senior Lawyers Division are also modeling one of the greatest actions of a thoughtful community, honoring those who have gone before them. The legal community suffered many great losses this year. Our sincere condolences to the family members and friends here tonight who lost a loved one. We join with the Senior Lawyers Division in honoring and remembering them. Our heartfelt thanks go out to the Senior Lawyers Division for making our profession better by honoring our lawyers who paved the way and providing future lawyers with the opportunity to craft and share their thoughts on important and timely legal topics. Thanks so much to all of you.
Thank you, Dean Carey, for your remarks. Now I ask Chair-elect of the Senior Lawyers Division, Jocelyn Torres, to come to the podium and share some of her thoughts with us.
Good evening. I'm very sorry for those that have lost friends and relatives that are commemorated tonight. I thank you so much for being here. The first time that I really noticed the Senior Lawyers Division was at the State Bar Annual Meeting 2007, and they had a reception, and I thought, boy, these are really friendly people. Of course, to me, being a senior lawyer at that time seemed like it was really far away, and now here I am, chair-elect. A friend of mine, Annette Du Bois, recruited me to be on the board a year ago, and I gladly, I guess 2 years ago, and I have really enjoyed serving on this board. I enjoy working with all the members of the Senior Lawyers Division, and I really enjoy reading all the essays and being able to provide these scholarships to the students. The program says that they are $2,500, but we increased it this year to $5,000 apiece, and the students definitely deserve the raise. So you guys have done, they did a fantastic job. We had 33 essays that we had to go through, and then especially me and Mr. Revo had a very spirited discussion about who should win. But that's when you know that you have really good essays that have been submitted, because all of the students did very well. And of course, the 3 that won and that we will acknowledge tonight with their $5,000, and they'll be allowed to speak to everybody here, but they did the best. And so we really thank you guys for putting the effort forward, and you really deserve this recognition. The other thing I wanted to say is my good friend Robert Rambo passed away about 2 months ago, definitely unexpectedly, and Judge Michael Bustamante is on the Senior Lawyers Division board. He really wanted to appear tonight as a board member, but also to commemorate our friend Robert. So I let Judge Bustamante know that I would mention to Robert's family and friends his deep sympathy for Robert passing away. We just thank you for everything, and I'm just so happy to be the chair-elect. The way that they snagged me was last year. The memorial ceremony was just as beautiful as it has been this year, and Peter Chestnut and Charles kind of cornered me at the reception and said, how about your chair-elect for next year? And I was so touched by the ceremony. I mean, I thought, that is just so beautiful to honor the attorneys that have given their lives, their careers to the practice of law and to the state of New Mexico. Instantly, I said yes, and I'm so glad I made that decision. Thank you, everybody, for being here.
Thank you, Jocelyn. Now Terrence Revo, a longtime member of the Senior Lawyers Division, who helped the division in many ways, including developing this event in years past, will conduct the scholarship presentation portion of the program. Terry?
Well, thank you all for coming, and it is a great honor to be a part of this event. And I have been a part of this event for a number of years. And every year, it's both happiness and it's sad. The sadness is, particularly for we senior lawyers, is that every year we know more and more of the people that we are honoring, the people that have passed on. And we also recognize how important it is to honor the families of the lawyers who have passed, because we as lawyers know and understand the sacrifices that our families and friends make to support us during what sometimes can be a very difficult career and a tough job. So for the people that have come, I thank you and we honor you for the support and the participation that you have given to the lawyers who have passed on. Now, this year's topic was about the Supreme Court. And at this point in time, I'm not sure that we realize just how divisive the Supreme Court's recent decisions and possibly the ones in the near future could be for our society, our culture, and our legal system. So the idea of whether there should be rules to help guide them in terms of issues of integrity and bias, prejudice, internal feelings that may come up during the course of deciding some of the most important cases that we're going to see in our lifetimes. So the topic was very important, and that was reflected by the number of essays that we received. We received 33 essays from the third-year law students, and I was told tonight that there are approximately 100 students in the third-year program. So about a third of those people responded. Now, there's a lady in this room who has been very, very helpful, and it's Melissa Lobato. Raise your hand. Melissa has worked with us over a number of years and has been just incredibly helpful, not only to us as senior lawyers, but to the students and to the law school. So thank you again. Some of the topics, or some of the writing that we reviewed, and remember there's 33 of these essays, approximately 500 words apiece. Some reference the ideological split in the court and in the country. Some ran the gamut of referencing the Supreme Court justices as really cool people. I'm not sure where that one came in. There was reference to Spider-Man. And there was reference, and you'll hear a little bit more about this, I suspect, in a little while, about a beauty pageant and how that beauty pageant formed some of the strong feelings that one of our recipients has experienced and made a big difference in her life. Other people wanted to know, how do you enforce the enforcers? Because the real issue behind the topic was, should the rules, the federal rules for judges, the judicial rules, should they be appropriate for the Supreme Court? Because as most people don't know, the Supreme Court does not have a set of rules to guide them, aside from the Constitution and their own personal internal sense of integrity and honesty. Some people said that transferring the rules for judges, and these are all judges, from magistrate judges to hearing judges to district court judges, appellate judges, they're all governed by these rules, with the exception of the Supreme Court. Some of our essay people, or some of our essayants, felt that it would be great to have those rules. Others thought it would be okay, but there should be a special set of rules for the Supreme Court, since they are such a special court and have such incredible power over the lives of all Americans. And then other people said, well, should we even attempt to try and regulate them? They're appointed for life. They can do whatever they want. So there was a lot of discussion in these essays that we on the committee had to go through. And I know that Annette Du Bois is not here, and she chaired the committee. She's out of town and couldn't be here. But I want to shout out to her because she did an incredible job of herding cats this year. So Annette, if you're there, thank you. Behind many of the essays was the issue of the appearance of impropriety. And we lawyers learn about that early on. But it's kind of an amorphous standard. You know, what's appropriate for one person may be inappropriate for another person. So all of these things that I've talked about have been included in these essays. Our process is that we decide in a meeting, in a committee meeting, what the topic is going to be, and those discussions are not always easy. I'll talk to you in just a moment about what some of the topics have been in the past. Then once we decide on a topic, we hand it over to Melissa at the law school, and she takes care of informing the students. Puts deadlines up, and then we set up time to review the essays, and then we get together. And sometimes I've been involved in those meetings for several years, and sometimes those meetings are, let's say, aggressive. And other times, you know, they're very cooperative. This year, I think that this discussion in honor of the committee was very cooperative, and we really helped and supported one another, making some very difficult choices. The topics in the past, some of them, have been injustice in turbulent times. What if it's legal, but it's not moral? And should we kill all the lawyers? That one got the second most responses. So I'd like to bring up the winners of the contest. And we'll start with Barbara Oguchi. Before Barbara gets to talk to us, I'd like to do a little bit of introduction. She is native-born in Albuquerque, as is all three of our winners. That she wants to, when she graduates, practice estate law, that she has studied abroad in Spain and is interested in art history and European Union law, and wants to be, once she gets her ticket or license, she wants to be an advocate for the elderly and unrepresented groups. So, Barbara?
Thank you so much. Good evening. Good evening. Can you hear me? So I'll be doing my speech in English and Spanish because I have some members of my family who are Spanish speaking. And so I just want to express my sincere condolences, first of all, to the families of the lawyers who have passed away. It's not lost on me how special this occasion is tonight, and I do not forget the importance of the lawyers who have come before me and who have set the foundation for me to become a practicing attorney in the future. It's been a long road of COVID School of Law, and this is a really happy day for me, besides the fact that I had to take the MPRE this morning. Este es un día muy feliz para mí, excepto que tuve que tomar un examen muy difícil hoy en la mañana. I would not be here today and standing before you and accepting this incredible scholarship award if it were not for some really important people that I would like to take the time to thank right now. No estaría hoy frente a ustedes y recibiendo este premio de beca de no ser por algunas personas muy importantes que quisiera tomar un momento para agradecer. First and foremost, I am indebted and eternally grateful to the Senior Lawyers Division for awarding me this scholarship. I would also like to thank the Memorial Scholarship Committee for this honor. I would like to thank my law school, UNM School of Law, for giving me the tools to grow as a law student as well. I feel incredibly honored to be receiving this scholarship award tonight, and I don't take this honor lightly. This scholarship will help me in furthering my dream of becoming an estate planning attorney and significantly lessen the financial load of law school attendance. Primero que nada, estoy increíblemente y eternamente agradecida con la Senior Lawyers Division por otorgarme esta beca. Me siento increíblemente honrada y tomo este honor muy seriamente porque sé lo importante que es. Esta beca me va a ayudar a cumplir mi sueño de ser abogada y va a disminuir la carga del costo de la escuela de leyes. Now, attending law school, as most of the people in this room know, can be quite challenging. I think the only thing more trying and demanding than attending law school is being married to a law student. I want to take a moment to thank my husband, Dylan, for supporting me on this journey that has been incredibly trying at times. At this point, he should honestly just get an honorable law school degree since he practically experienced law school with me. Hablando de la Escuela de Leyes, primero que nada quisiera tomar un momento para agradecer a mi marido Dylan. Definitivamente no estaría en la Escuela de Leyes si no si no fuera por su apoyo y por todas las noches que estuvo estudiando conmigo. A él también le deberían de dar su diploma de leyes porque prácticamente ha completado la Escuela de Leyes conmigo. I also would like to take a moment to thank the rest of my family. My mom and my dad, my brothers, Luis, Luca, and Lowell, my grandparents, my Mime Bebe, and also my friends who are here supporting me tonight. Your continuous love and support mean absolutely everything to me and have carried me through some of the most treacherous times. También quisiera tomar el tiempo de agradecer al resto de mi familia, a mis padres, a mis hermanos y a mis abuelos. A mis amigos que están aquí y que me han apoyado durante este camino. Su amor continuo y su apoyo significa el mundo para mí y me ha dado luz durante momentos difíciles. Now, those that know me know that my journey to attorney has been anything but easy. However, education has been the most wonderful gift of my life, a blessing really, and a constant in my life that has kept me going despite the times of great darkness and despair. I am incredibly thankful to the State Bar of New Mexico and to the Senior Lawyers Division for providing me with this important award that will allow me to finish my education and graduate law school in the spring of 2023. Aquellos que me conocen saben que mi camino hacia convertirme en una abogada ha sido todo menos fácil. La educación ha sido el mejor regalo y bendición de toda mi vida. Un regalo y bendición que me han cargado durante momentos oscuros y de desesperación. Estoy agradecida con la Barra Estatal de Nuevo México y el Senior Lawyers Division por proveerme esta increíble oportunidad que va a darme la oportunidad de terminar mi educación y graduarme la siguiente primavera. Thank you from the bottom of my heart to the New Mexico State Bar and the Senior Lawyers Division for this tremendous award and honor. Thank you.
Don't go away. Don't go away. On behalf of the senior lawyers, I'd like to present you with your $5,000 winnings. And I can also tell you that your Spanish is a whole lot better than mine. Our next winner, is Andrew Conticelli. All right, I want to say a few things about Andrew before he gets to talk with us. He, again, is Albuquerque born. He attended Loyola University in Chicago. He got a BA in Communication and Studies. He was in Army ROTC, and he's a member of a fraternity, graduated magna cum laude. And before law school, he worked at the Department of Energy, Sandia Labs, as an administrative assistant. He's finishing his third year and intends to serve as an officer in the New Mexico Army National Guard, Medical Services Division. While in law school, he's been the president of the Business Law Society and the Student Bar Association third-year class representative. So, Andrew, congratulations.
Thank you.
And the
Appreciate
podium
it.
is yours.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Appreciate it. Good evening. The New Mexico legal profession demands strong attorneys and needs strong attorneys. Like any profession, capable leaders are essential for the success of the profession. I want to thank the Senior Lawyers Division Board, the Scholarship Committee, and the State Bar for providing the Attorney Memorial Scholarship and selecting my essay as a winning essay. I am honored. Law school is not easy, and I applaud all of my colleagues and their hard work and dedication to becoming future attorneys. I want to thank the UNM School of Law for working with the Senior Lawyers Division, and shout out to Melissa Lobato for reaching out to the entire student body and coordinating the submissions. Also, thank you to Dean Carey for being here. Appreciate your support. I also want to thank my family and friends that are here today for their support through law school and their support today receiving the scholarship. I also want to honor and pay respect to the New Mexico lawyers and families of the deceased lawyers. Without their dedication and hard work in the legal industry, it would not be what it is today in New Mexico. God willing are the words that kept me going during my time in law school. Staying close with my faith has been a challenge, but remaining faithful has carried me through these past 3 years in law school. Balancing military commitments, I'm a medical officer in the New Mexico Army National Guard, and I plan on becoming a JAG officer later on, just changing branches, but doing that and being a law student has been really difficult. Some of the difficulties I encountered broke me to the point of wanting to give up. But there were some things that would not let me. Something inside me wanted to try more and gave me the hope and willpower to continue. And my faith in God is what guided me to stay on my path of achieving my law degree. I firmly believe that anyone who sets out to achieve something still does better than those who do not even strive. I was not gifted with a high IQ or naturally book smart. I've worked hard to get through law school and worked hard on the essay for the Attorney Memorial Scholarship. When receiving this prestigious scholarship today, I feel tremendous joy and gratitude for everything and everyone who helped me get to this point today and be a law student at one of the best law schools in the country. To everyone who's been a part of my life and this journey, I sincerely thank you and express my gratitude. Once again, thank you to the Senior Lawyers Division and the State Bar and the Scholarship Committee for providing this scholarship, and thank you to the New Mexico lawyers and families of deceased lawyers for their support. And finally, I thank God for his guidance and love. Thank you all for being here today. I'm deeply humbled to be a recipient of the Attorney Memorial Scholarship. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
All right. And here's your
Awesome.
empty
Little photo up.
envelope.
Yeah. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks.
The third recipient is Barbara Oguchi Rivera. She again was born and raised in Albuquerque. She wants to practice estate planning law. Emily, sorry. Anyway, I hope I got the right information now. Did you go to Spain? I did not. Oh, well then forget all of that. Why don't you come on up? Congratulations.
My name is Emily, and I'll be taking the third check. As a young person starting my legal career, I'm always so surprised and consoled in the experienced lawyers around me's confidence that I'll be okay and I'll be able to succeed in this profession. As my colleagues know, it's really easy to be plagued by self-doubt and worry that we're not doing the right thing. Mentorship is a cornerstone of the legal field, especially in a small state like New Mexico. The lawyers around us are built on the successes and the knowledge of those who came before us. I wouldn't be here today or in law school without the support of mentors that I had before law school, working in the legal field, and my professors and administrators at the University of New Mexico School of Law. My condolences, sincerely, to the members who have lost people today. I know that this generous scholarship is just one small way that you and your families have supported young lawyers and the legal community in New Mexico. It's a comfort to me to know that I will be joining such a supportive community. I'm truly humbled by receiving such an honor today. And as my colleagues know, I can't tell you how much this means to me. It was great to be able to participate in the program. Thank you for creating such a wonderful opportunity. As my colleagues have said before me, law school is not easy. Supporting yourself through law school is not easy, and I can't wait to join this community. Thank you so much.
Before we conclude, there's one other person that I think needs to be thanked. The State Bar provides us with an assistant who has helped us through our business as the Senior Lawyers Committee. And she has been instrumental in terms of helping us organize this particular event. So Morgan Pettit, would you raise your hand? So we thank you for all the help and all the guidance that you provided to us. All right. Peter?
The 9th Annual Attorney Memorial and Scholarship Presentation Program is coming to a close. All present are invited to join the reception across the hall. There'll be receptions and, most importantly, an opportunity to enjoy being together, sharing stories, sympathies, and memories. Thank you all for participating. May all go in peace. This program is adjourned. Thank you.